The first time, I will describe the inflation. What is the inflation? Inflation is economic condition in which there is an increase in the price of goods and services, and in the quantity in the long term. Now we can see on the left, so in 1972 years, $20 we can buy a lot of family equipment. Example, we can buy salt, sugar, oil, and any more in $20. But in 1992 years, we just can buy a half of family equipment. And next, in 20 years, in 2012 years, we just can buy only a little of family equipment of $20. So we can see 40 years comparison. As the progress, the value of the currency will decrease. Inflation has positive impacts and negative impacts. The first, positive impacts. For some parties will benefit from this condition. Those who benefit from inflation are enterprises who have higher income than increase in the price of goods. Then, the economy of a country is unstable. Demand for goods continues to increase in society. Inflation can be caused several factors, including increased public consumption, excess liquidity, debts, trigger consumption, or even withdrawal, and also because of uneven distribution of goods. The cause of inflation can occur due to 1. Demand pressure or demand full inflation. This inflation occurs due to high demand for one type of goods and service. Meanwhile, its availability the relatively constant. Cost push inflation. This inflation was caused by pressure from the supply of goods service, which can be affected by the depreciation of the exchange rate. The impact of inflation in trading partner countries, increase in government regulated commodities, natural disaster, and distribution disruptions. So, my opinion is ways to overcome inflation, so that this condition does not continue to worsen to economic situation. A solution is needed to overcome its various ways as follows. 1. Implementing monetary policy. The way to deal with inflation is apply monetary policy. As the name implies, monetary policy is a decision taken by the government to maintain monetary stability, so that people welfare can increase. Monetary policy implementation is done by limiting the amount of money in circulation. Bank Indonesia must determine the availability of cash in the bank. Not only the bank will also carry out the policy of the increasing interest rates, so that people are interested in saving money in the bank. Implementation of open market operating policy by selling securities to reduce the amount of money in circulation. 2. Fiscal policy. Furthermore, the way to overcome inflation is to implement fiscal policy, namely the rules issued to regulate government spending and income. Various ways can be done by saving government spending, increasing tax rates, increasing the amount of production, and increasing the number of goods on the market, and determining the and how to calculate inflation. So to find out how much inflation is happening in a country, you can try several ways to calculate inflation below. Calculating the consumer price index. The CPI calculation is a way of calculating the average price of goods that are widely purchased by the public. GDP deflator. The GDP deflator is a method of calculation by looking at magnitudes or change that occur in the price of certain goods, but the price of new goods. The price of domestically produced goods, the price of finished goods, and the price of service. Measuring the producer price index, or IHP. This method is done by measuring the price required by producer to produce. Starting from the calculation of the price of raw materials to the wages the workers. Calculating commodity price index. Calculating of the commodity price index of calculating the price of certain goods that have been determined. using the cost of living index. How to calculate? By looking at daily cost of society. That's complete information related to inflation. Starting from the definition, cost impacts way to overcome it, and how to calculate it. As we all know, inflation is a sign that a country economy is not doing well. So when this happens, you as a citizen must also maintain economic stability. Now we know why there can be inflation a country. I will take 3 examples. The first time, the one rigid economic structure. Producer cannot quickly prevent the increase in demand caused by population growth. In the end, demand is difficult to meet when there is population growth. Number 2, the money supply increase. The cause of inflation is because of the money supply. This theory was put forward by the classics. They say that there is a relationship between the amount of money in circulation and the price of goods. If the quantity of goods remains, but the amount of money in circulation is greater, then price will be expensive. This happen continues, then is called inflation. And last one, number 3, national debt. In addition, what causes inflation is the national debt. When a country debt increase, the government generally has 2 options. The first, the government can raise tax, and second, the government print more money to pay off the country debt. When tax increase, business will increase the price. This was done to offset the increase in tax rates at the company. If the government chose the second option, it will have an impact on the circulation of money in society. This will lead to price increase and currency deflation. And then, thank you.